Humanity exists within an almost invisible sliver of cosmic time, a brief spark in a universe that measures its life in billions and trillions of years. For more than 13 billion years, stars formed, galaxies collided, and planets slowly assembled, all without awareness, without memory, without intention. Then, in the last fraction of a second on the cosmic clock, human beings emerged, thinking, questioning, building, and transforming their world at a speed never seen before. The Anthropocene represents this sudden acceleration, an era in which a single species has become a planetary force capable of reshaping climates, oceans, forests, and even the chemistry of the atmosphere. Never before has life held such power over its environment. Cities glow brighter than stars in the night sky. Satellites circle the Earth like artificial moons, and digital networks connect minds across continents in milliseconds. Yet this dominance is fragile. It rests on thin layers of stability, predictable seasons, balanced ecosystems, and a narrow range of temperatures that allow civilization to function. As fossil fuels burn and forests fall, as ice melts and seas rise, these foundations begin to shift. What once seemed permanent reveals itself to be temporary. Civilizations rise and fall, languages vanish, and entire cultures dissolve into memory. In the vast archive of the universe, our monuments will erode, our machines will rust, and our data will fade into silence. And yet, within this fleeting moment lies extraordinary significance. For the first time, the universe has produced a species capable of understanding its own origins and imagining its own future. We are stardust that has learned to reflect on itself. Our choices, how we generate energy, how we share resources, how we treat other forms of life, will ripple far beyond our lifetimes. A century of careless action can trigger thousands of years of consequence. A generation of wisdom can preserve possibilities for millennia. Though small in time and space, human consciousness gives meaning to this brief chapter of cosmic history. We are not merely passengers drifting through an indifferent universe. We are witnesses, recorders, and shapers of a fragile world. The age of humanity may last only an instant, but within that instant lies the potential for beauty, compassion, discovery, and responsibility. Whether this era becomes a short-lived experiment or a foundation for long-term survival depends on what we choose to do with the narrow window we have been given.
As the universe ages, the brilliant era of stars and living worlds will slowly give way to exhaustion and darkness, marking the inevitable decline of energy that once fueled complexity and life. Our sun, steady and life-giving today, will gradually grow brighter, destabilizing Earth's climate long before it reaches its final red giant phase. Oceans will boil away, atmospheres will thin, and the delicate chemistry that sustains biology will collapse. Long before the sun's death, Earth will become sterile, a silent rock orbiting a swelling star. Across the cosmos, similar stories will unfold as countless suns exhaust their nuclear fuel and fade into white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes. The rich tapestry of galaxies filled with glowing nebulae and star-forming regions will slowly unravel. No new stars will ignite. No new planetary systems will emerge. The universe will lose its ability to create fresh sources of light and warmth. In this prolonged twilight, complexity will become rare, and life, once widespread and resilient, will retreat into memory, preserved only in the faint echoes of radiation drifting through an ever-cooling, ever-darkening cosmic sea.
Though black holes appear eternal, like unbreakable anchors in space, even they are subject to the slow, subtle laws of quantum reality that govern all things. In the deepest darkness, at the edge of their invisible boundaries, tiny particles are constantly forming and vanishing, whispering in and out of existence. Occasionally, one escapes while its partner is lost forever inside, creating a faint stream of energy that leaks away into space. This process, known as Hawking radiation, is unimaginably weak at first, softer than any light ever seen, yet it never truly stops. Over vast stretches of time, far longer than stars or galaxies have ever lived, this gentle loss becomes significant. Each black hole slowly shrinks, its mass dissolving into scattered photons and fading heat. What once devoured worlds now gives itself back to the universe, particle by particle. As it grows smaller, the process accelerates, ending in a final brief flash of energy before complete disappearance. In that moment, even the darkest objects surrender to change. Nothing remains untouched by time. Nothing escapes decay. In the end, power gives way to silence, and permanence reveals itself to be only an illusion written across cosmic ages. As the final structures dissolve and the last sources of energy fade away, the universe will drift toward a state of perfect stillness, where motion slows, contrast disappears, and difference loses its meaning. Space will stretch wider and wider, pulling galaxies beyond reach until each remaining region becomes an isolated island surrounded by endless emptiness. Light will thin into faint whispers, heat will sink toward absolute zero, and matter may slowly decay into scattered particles. Without stars, without planets, without observers, there will be no clocks to mark time and no memories to preserve history. Moments will blur into eternity. Change will become so rare that it may as well not exist. Yet within this cold silence lies profound mystery. Dark energy may continue its quiet push, driving expansion forever, or it may weaken, allowing gravity to pull everything back together. New physics may emerge, rewriting the fate of reality itself. The universe may rest forever in frozen calm, collapse into fire, or give birth to something entirely new. In this final uncertainty, science meets philosophy, and knowledge meets wonder. The end of everything may not be an ending at all, but a doorway to possibilities still hidden beyond human imagination.